Look, this way. You remember where they are, right?
That way? Or that way?
Yeah. Look.
Can we pick them?
Oh, let's see, where's it at? Oh, there's a couple right there. You want to grab them?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can I pick them?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Pretty nice. Hey guys, it's E here from Virginia Grace Living. First off, I want to say thanks for all the subscribers and loyal watchers of the channel. Just hit 500 I think last week or something, about 550 right now, so I really appreciate you guys taking the time and going ahead and subscribing to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that, please. That way you don't miss any content that comes out, and then also it just helps the channel grow. Currently, I think like 90-something% of the people that watch the videos aren't subscribers, and if you like the videos, there's a lot more coming out like this. So anyhow, I'm gonna get into this right now. We're gonna go ahead and do a garden tour. So it's June, and everything seems to be doing really well, so I'm gonna go ahead and take you around the garden and just show you what all is going on. So I actually have my garden divided into two sections. I have this side over here, and then on the other side of the house I have the peppers and tomatoes. So we'll go over there. There's some random stuff kind of plugged in over here in this bed, but if we zoom in a little bit, I have some bachelor button flowers that have started to bloom. They're real pretty. Just some of this stuff is just overflow. Like I had some extra peppers in there. This is a volunteer tomato plant. I'm not completely certain what kind it is, but I have a couple of those that have sprouted up. Yeah, this one's got some small tomato fruits on it. But yeah, I think it may be a cherry tomato or something like that from the compost. Then we got some Amish paste over here, and this one, they're starting to grow really nicely. Pretty decent sized plant. And then some eggplants growing in here. See if I can find. There's one little one, and we got a couple of decent sized eggplants too. Got some scarring on that one. Some eggplants. And then over here, as we come this way, this is my salad bed with the lettuce, kale, and there's some onions and spinach in there. This one's gonna probably be about done here soon, especially the lettuce. The kale looks pretty good still. The onions these didn't really get too big, but we'll see. I have carrots, and as you can see, I also have some spinach in here, and it has gone to seed, so that's pretty neat. I'm gonna save the seeds off of these, let these kind of finish drying out, and then we'll go ahead and save the seeds. You can kind of already see some of the seeds here. All right, they're right there. We're gonna let them dry out, and then they'll be ready to save. Over here I have a butternut growing and some okra in each corner. I'm hoping that the okra will get tall enough to where once this butternut starts spreading out, they won't get overcrowded. This bed is not looking so hot. Got some African daisies in here that started to bloom though, so that's pretty. But the cabbage, I pulled up the remaining cabbage last week, and then we have some Chinese cabbage that's here. It hasn't really made a head yet. This one looks pretty eaten up by bugs, but it's starting to form a head. And some onions starting to fall over, and I've picked a few of them, but some of these are still growing, so I'm gonna leave them for a little bit. Sunflowers are looking good. That one's bloomed, but this one hasn't yet. It's giant, as you can see. And then this one's huge as well. It is it's about to open up. Hasn't opened yet. Come over to this bed. This bed has a few different things in it, mostly squash and zucchini, which have gone completely crazy here. You can see these leaves are huge, and we're getting some squash coming in. I haven't picked any of these little yellow crookneck yet, but I have some that'll be ready probably tomorrow or the next day, some smaller ones. Give them a day or two more. Been picking some zucchini though, and we've been about to cook some of that tonight, actually. And here's one right here that looks like it's probably ready if I can get to it. Nice zucchini right there. I think it's about time to just start pulling some of these carrots up. They're not getting real huge. We have some okay ones, but and we've already picked some that are, you know, good sized carrots, but they just didn't do too great. And this was honestly my first time growing carrots, but I mean, that's a pretty decent one. I mean, these are good. They taste good. They're just a little small. Nice one. Some purple ones over here. Oh, that's a nice one. End up with some pretty ones, some decent ones. They're not huge, but these are good. Good cut up, and we've been putting them in dishes, either soup or cooking them with some potatoes and chicken and other stuff, and they just go really well. So I'm happy with them. First time ever growing carrots. We got Cosmic Purple here, and then the Danvers 126. All right, let's go walk and check out the other side real quick. While I'm doing that, I've actually started planting my fall garden, believe it or not, already. And yeah, I mean, that's gonna come up pretty soon. So that'll be here before we know it. And I've shared this before, but if you haven't seen that video and the winter sowing update, I actually have a little spreadsheet that I use to plan out the garden plots and the calendar, the dates that I plant those. So if you're interested in that at all, I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description to that Google Sheets, and feel free to just go ahead and use that and adapt it to your own garden. So this is our pepper bed right here. These are jalapenos, and then we got some bell peppers in here, some Hungarian wax, cayennes, poblanos, and habaneros on the outside. So if we come in here, it looks like finally the jalapenos are starting to kind of load up here on the plants. There's some on that one, I think there's some on pretty much every plant. We're getting some bell peppers and some right here. So these are supposed to be red, gold, and then we also have like multicolored bell peppers over here, and then Hungarian wax pepper. Supposed to be the sweet wax peppers, not super spicy or anything. And then we also have some cayennes on this. These habaneros haven't started putting any peppers out yet, but cayennes have. So hopefully these start taking off and we'll get a decent pepper harvest this year. A little later than last year, but it's all good. Another bell pepper there. I think I have, I don't know, 30 something plants in here total, so should get a good harvest out of that. There's more over here. Here.
I found one.
Where? Is it black? Uh-oh. Did we drop it? Look. Here you go.
Can we put it in my mouth?
Yeah. Eat it. Is it good? Is it a little bit sour?
I want to taste this one.
Okay. The tomatoes are doing really well. Have some mortgage lifters right here. Pretty decent size, all going down this row. It's a mortgage lifter, except for I got one tomato mixed up from this row to that row. So there's one Amish paste in this row, and there's one mortgage lifter over here. But these are Amish paste on this side, and these are pretty well loading up with fruits, as you can see. So I'm looking forward to these maturing and ripening, we should have a lot of nice tomatoes for making sauce and salsas, you know, canning, different stuff. And of course that first tomato sandwich of the year will be excellent. So we can see some nice ones. And yeah, they're growing really well. This Florida weave is working great. As you can see, I just kind of weave it around the tomatoes, and I probably could go ahead and do another string again already. But these are indeterminate, so they're gonna get pretty tall. We attempted to grow a broccoli plant right here in the spring, and it just got from cold to hot so quickly that it just bolted, but I went ahead and let it finish out. And if you can see, it's just loaded up with all these seed pods, and they've finally started to dry out. So we actually can probably harvest some of these pretty soon. I'm gonna open one of these up and let you guys see it. So once they start flowering, you just let them continue to flower until they make these seed pods. And once they make these seed pods, you let them dry. So at first, on some of the less mature, it's more of like a green bean looking thing. And when they're green, they're not fully mature. You can't save seeds from the green, but once it has dried out, you can go ahead and crack them open and save some seeds. So as you can see in there, there's a couple of seeds, and I should have plenty of extra broccoli seeds here. Over in this bed, we have some butternut squash. So these in the three corners that I'm pointing at here are Burpee's Better Bush. So they're a bush type butternut. And then this one's like the old school Waltham butternut. And as you can see, it's starting to kind of climb out. I have a pretty decent amount of space over here to let it kind of sprawl out if I need to. And I only planted one like that, so we'll see what happens. I'll have one here and then one on the other side. These are supposed to be more of a compact bush type, so we'll see how they do. They make a smaller butternut, but I think it'll be good. We like to have pumpkin pie and stuff like that, and I wanted to grow some heirloom pumpkins, and I tried to save the seeds, but they got moldy, so I ended up just not planting those. And butternut's really good too, and you can use it as a substitute for some of those pumpkin dishes. So we'll have some of those puree and freeze it, and be eating pumpkin, you know, pumpkin pie or butternut pie, I guess, and breads and everything else. I'm gonna go dump this compost out. Bet these guys are gonna be interested in it. These guys wish they could get some, but they're in there. You wanna see what's in here? You guys want some of this? What's up, little chickies? What are you guys doing today? They're just pigs with feathers. Well guys, that's all I have for right now. If you have any questions, feel free to leave some in the comments, and also let me know how your garden's doing right now. I'd like to hear all about that. Thanks for watching the channel. Go ahead and subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and God bless.